Hey everyone, and welcome. We are about to dive into some truly powerful and timeless stories. Each one gives us a totally different angle on what it really takes to achieve something great. So let's get right into it.
It's a question we've all probably asked ourselves. What is the actual secret to success? Is it just about being lucky or having some kind of natural-born talent, whereas there's something else going on? We're going to look at some classic wisdom that has some pretty compelling answers.
Okay, so our first pathway doesn't start with what you do. It starts with something much deeper, something inside you. It all begins with this fire of intense desire.
To really get this, we've got to go way back to ancient Greece. Picture this. A young man walks up to the great philosopher Socrates. He's basically looking for a life hack, a shortcut to success. But what he got instead? Well, it was a lesson he would never, ever forget. So the young man asks for the secret, and Socrates, he doesn't say a word. He just leads him down to a river. Then he grabs the kid and shoves his head under the water. The young man is just thrashing, struggling. His entire world, his whole focus is on one single thing: I need to breathe. Just as he thinks it's all over, Socrates yanks him up. The young man is gasping for air, totally confused. And that's when Socrates tells him the secret. He says, when you want success as badly as you just wanted air, then you will get it. And that right there, that's the core of our first idea. Real, intense desire isn't just some casual wish. It's not a goal you'd sorta like to hit. No, it's a need. A drive so powerful, it feels just as essential as taking your next breath. That's the real starting line.
But, just wanting something, even really, really badly, that's not enough, is it? That fire needs fuel. And that brings us to our second pathway, which is all about how you channel that desire. It's the unbreakable power of practice.
For this one, let's look at the story of a student named Varadraj. Now this guy, he wasn't known for being a genius, not a quick learner. Actually, it was pretty much the opposite.
Varadraj had a really hard time with his studies. He was always falling behind the other students. But here's the thing. What he didn't have in natural talent, he more than made up for with pure grit. He just committed to practicing, relentlessly, day after day. And little by little, what seemed impossible started to become possible. He didn't just catch up, he eventually mastered it all.
His story just hammers home a fundamental truth, right? Persistent effort is the thing that turns "I want to" into "I can." It's literally the bridge between wanting something and having the skill to actually do it.
All right, so now we have desire and we have practice. But what happens when you put them together? What's going to keep you practicing when it gets really, really hard? Well, that leads us right into our third pathway, the unwavering drive of passion.
And for this, let's jump to a modern-day example. Look at the Olympic shooting champion from India, Abhinav Bindra. His road to winning a gold medal was, let's just say, not a straight line.
Binder actually describes his journey as being fueled by this immense stubbornness. It's a kind of passion that's just fierce. His path was absolutely full of struggle and setbacks, but also this complete, laser-focused dedication. It was that passion, that unwavering commitment, that literally pushed him through all the tough times and carried him all the way to that Olympic gold.
So, everything we've talked about so far has kind of been about personal victory, right? Achieving your own goals. But is that it? Is that the whole story? Or could success actually have a purpose that's way bigger than just ourselves? And that question, well, that takes us down an even deeper path.
This is the point where we have to ask, why? Why are you cultivating all this desire and practice and passion in the first place? Pathway 4 suggests that maybe, just maybe, the most profound answer isn't about what you get, but about what you give. And honestly, there is probably no better person who embodies this idea than Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the legendary scientist and former president of India, who is honored as a Bharat Ratna, which means the jewel of India. Dr. Kalam's entire life was basically a masterclass in this principle. From his incredible work in science to his time as president, his focus was always on how he could move his country forward. He lived a life of selfless effort, and he inspired a whole generation with this incredible sense of patriotism and the true dignity of hard work. So his legacy really leaves us with this incredible thought, that the highest, most meaningful form of success happens when our own personal goals are aimed at a cause that is so much bigger than just us. Okay, so after all this talk about intense drive and passion and service, this final piece of wisdom might sound like it totally contradicts everything we've just said. But honestly, it might just be the most important piece for living a truly good life. And that's the value of contentment. We've all heard this, right? A bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. It's so common that we almost never stop to think about what it's really saying, especially when we're all so busy chasing our goals.
So, what is this ancient wisdom really trying to tell us? Is it saying we should just give up on being ambitious? Or is it something deeper? Maybe a key to finding that balance between our intense drive and a little bit of inner peace. Look, this is absolutely not a call to just quit on your goals. Not at all. It's a call for appreciation. It's the wisdom to actually find joy and see the value in what you already have right here, right now, instead of always chasing a future that hasn't even happened yet.
So there you have it. 5 different but totally connected pathways to excellence. You've got the intense desire of that student gasping for air, the persistent practice of Viraj Raj, who turned struggle into skill, the unwavering passion that took Abhinav Bindra to the top, the selfless service that defined a legend like Dr. Kalam, and finally, that wise contentment that helps bring it all together. Each of these stories gives us a different way to look at achievement, and they don't have to be separate. So the real question isn't which one is the right one, it's which of these ideas speaks to you right now on your own path. Which one is yours?